don't think you're in a position to complain. Welcome to my life. Just why not?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to another Ray White Canberra online auction. And what a special day it is. It's Friday, it's midday, and a very warm welcome to our registered buyers who have no question seen outstanding value in our offering today. We are selling 4902 Edinburgh circuit right here in the heart of Canberra, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who have viewed the property, I'm sure you'll agree that this is a knockout apartment. Beautifully presented, 6th floor on the very popular Metropolitan development. If you're looking for an owner-occupier opportunity, if you're looking for an investment opportunity, this is one of those few apartments that ticks all of those boxes. Doesn't surprise me to see great registered buyers here today. Best of luck with your bidding. Of course, I'd love just to call for bids, but I do have some legalities and formalities to get through, so we'll start off with the contract of sale, ladies and gentlemen. The contract has been made available right throughout the campaign. Our listing agents, Sebastian and Harry, has made the contract available to all interested parties. Just for clarity, I'll go through the important details. We are selling today Unit 204, Block 2, Section 6 in the subdivision of Canberra City. We know it, of course, it's 4902 Edinburgh Avenue. The marketing agents are Ray White and, as I mentioned, Sebastian and Harry, both on hand here today to assist our buyer and seller. It's a vacant possession sale. You actually get the choice being tenanted on a periodic agreement. If you'd like to move in, we can hand it over vacant possession. If you'd like the tenancy to continue, we can certainly talk to you about that as well. Contract states a 30-day settlement is on offer today. Of course, if you've negotiated some flexibility in that with our listing agents prior to doing any bidding, you can bid with confidence under those terms and conditions. In essence, buyers, that is the contract. Nice and simple, clear and concise. One of the pages in the contract does state the ACT auction conditions. Of course, being in the ACT today, we will conduct today's auction as per those conditions. You can see them behind me here. I will not read them out word for word. Just to summarise those, the auctioneer today, I am entitled to place one bid on behalf of the seller, and if I choose to do so, I will clearly announce that as a vendor's bid. I can decide how much we advance the bidding by. I do have my seller here on the phone today, so I may refer your bid for clear instructions before we call the home sold. For me, that's pretty much it. Buyers, you must be registered. We have checked the registration paperwork and that all is in order. You've been assigned your Ray White agent to assist with your bidding, so best of luck with that today. Please make your bids very, very clear to them. Bid strong and bid hard, and we'll hand over the keys in just 30 days. Please keep in mind too, buyers, that the sale today is unconditionally in nature. What that means, on the fall of the hammer, the home is yours. So I'm assuming that any finance chat you've had with your lender, any legals that you've chatted to you about your solicitor have all been done prior to today. And please keep in mind you're playing for keeps. And of course the seller is as well. And nice to know that when we're playing for keeps, ladies and gentlemen, that your search ends in such a fantastic property as 4902 Edinburgh Avenue. For those of you who've seen the home, being up on the 6th floor, you get those great views right across to the Black Mountain Tower. You get a lot of natural light there as well, and the outdoor areas are just the perfect place as the weather warms up for some outdoor entertaining with friends and family. As I said before, whether you're looking to occupy, whether you're looking to rent it out, this home does tick all the boxes, and particularly being over 100 square metres of living. So 103 square metres of living, 13 square metre balcony, certainly sets this apart from the competition. The design being 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 2 car, seems to be what everyone's chasing today. And the good news is that the owner is super motivated to sell. She'd like to see the sold sticker go on at the conclusion of today's auction. So nothing more for me, buyers. I'm handing over to you and looking for an opening bid on 4902 Edinburgh Avenue. Where do we start? Well, I do know nobody likes to go first, ladies and gentlemen, but happy to hear your suggestion, your call. What do we start off at? And Sebastian, no one ever likes to go first. I do understand that, but buyers do need to see your number in the air loud and clear if you are here to buy the home today. You've been doing your research. I'm sure you've set this one apart as being one of the more spacious designs that we have seen. And of course, in the Metropolitan development too, you can enjoy all the modern cons. Great heating, great cooling, stone kitchens, superb outdoor entertaining areas. And from here, just sell the car because you can walk to everywhere. Some great restaurants, dining, shopping, areas of employment. It's all there on your doorstep, ladies and gentlemen. Looking for an opening bid now. Apartment 49, where do we go? Of course, ladies and gentlemen, if for any reason it's not sold today, we will go to the open market. I do understand that not everyone's able to participate in today's auction. Certainly from my experience, homes of this quality and well priced do not stay on the market too long. Have to be a little bit more patient though.
Is there anything that we're waiting for in particular?
Sebastian, where's the start? Can't bid for you, of course. You let me know what's comfortable for you. Sure, there'd be value there in the 600, low 600s. If you're more comfortable to start in the high 5s, I'm happy to do that for a start. It's like a silent auction here at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. I do know the agents are on the phone though, working hard with their buyers just to determine their strategy on how we move forward. I know that by taking the time to register to view...
550?
550, sir, I'll take that for a start. Can't sell it to you for that, I'm sure you understand why. But at 550,000, we're away now. At 550,000, bids with number 2. So number 1, love to see your rebuttal to that, and perhaps at 575 or 6 if you're brave. At 550, I have.
So then let's put that up and see how we go.
Well, bidder number 2 looks great for you at this stage. Might as well just throw over the keys. We'll take an early mark.
See how we go.
You know that I have got a little bit more work to do from there though. Can I say 575, Sebastian now, or 600? In your hand, what would you like to do? No question the value's there, and as I said, in the heart of the city, just cannot see this investment going bad for you whatsoever. Walk to work, walk to the lake, walk to wonderful cafes and restaurants. Bids at a very, very modest 550,000. We done?
Sorry, what was that?
I'm going to be patient, just ask for some instructions here, but Samuel, maybe check with your buyer about their next move. I'm going to ask Sebastian though for an increase in offer now at the 575 or perhaps 600.
What bid would you put in? I just can't hear you very well.
Just seeking some clarity here, ladies and gentlemen. Just need to be very, very sure that the instructions are clear. Bids at 550,000. Well, I'll call it if I need to now, 550,000. Sebastian, please be very clear because we're on the first call today in the favour of bidder number 2. Second call buyers, could this be the buy of the year in Canberra City at 550,000 only? Third and final call, where are we at? Are we done? I've just been asked to pause just for one moment. I appreciate your patience, bidder number 2. I know it's a big decision, but when you're in front, obviously you're in the box C. We are going to need to see another bid from you though here to buy today at 550,000. Sebastian just needs to know whether we're in or out at this point.
They're just having a chat, hold on.
I'm sure they've probably been chatting about this one for some time, but at 550,000, that's where the smart money is at this point. We'll need to see an increase from that if we're here to buy it today. If you've done your homework, looked at comparable sales, you know that we're well short of what they have been selling for in this beautiful development. One of the most popular developments. 570.
Yep.
Welcome to the bidding now. 570,000. Took a little while, but bidder number 1. We are off and running at 570,000. Samuel, can I tempt your buy back in now at the even 6? 70 I have. Appreciate your start. Another bid though to put you back in front at 570,000. Bids with number 1. Congratulations leading this one at this point. Perhaps just have a think about your next strategy. If there's another bid there, where do we go from here? 570,000 bids with number 1. Can I tempt you back in at the 600 now? Need to be in front, buyers. If you're here to buy today, love to have 2 or 3 of these apartments to sell to each and every one of you. Only the one for the winning bid today, and that's at 570 currently. Every auction's a little bit different, ladies and gentlemen. Some are over in the blink of an eye, and some do take a little bit longer, and this one looks like it may take a little bit longer, but we have to be patient and negotiate it out. Bids at 570,000 with bidder number 1. Nice decision to be there in front at the moment. And number 2, if we have your best, I understand, but I will move it on now. 570,000 only. First call, do we sell away today?
575.
Or I need a little bit more than that, at least a 10 at this point. You don't buy them cheap, it only takes longer. Can I put you back in front at 580 now? I'm sure you'll agree, still well below the indicator price at 570,000. I'm asking for a minimum of 580,000 or more. I'd rather see it round off to the even 6 and let's go north from there, but you say what's better? Just cannot take the 5 at this point. Today's interest rates, if you've spoken to the team at Loan Market here at Ray White, I'm sure they would have told you that interest rates are historically low right at the moment, around about 2.3%. Yet if you're looking to own or occupy, and at $570,000, an increase of 10 would add very, very little to your mortgage repayments, I can promise you that. Are we absolutely done? We need to see some instructions there from Sebastian. I know he's still working hard on the phone there with bidder number 1 at $570,000. Need to see a better increase from there if you're wanting to buy it today. What can we say? I was suggesting the extra 30. If you need to trim it to the extra 10, I'm happy to do that. I think even the hardest negotiator would say that's a fair deal. At $570,000, Sebastian, where do we go? Surely an increase there from the bidder. Buyers, I do need to be very clear too that if for any reason the home is passed in today, the highest recorded bidder will have first right to negotiate. Samuel, if you could please make that point clear to your buyer, if there's absolutely no further bidding at all. From my experience, homes that are passed into the high bidder will often sell immediately after. If you're here to negotiate now, we'll need to see another bid there. Sebastian's still at the 570. Can I tempt back in at 580 or more?
I just spoke with the owner.
Samuel, what's comfortable for your client there?
Bear with me 1 second.
It's at 570, still with bidder number 1.
Bear with me 1 second.
We're backwards and forwards going on here, ladies and gentlemen. I know you can't always see that from the comfort of home, but lovely to see the agents working hard here. Of course, we've got to reach an agreement between both buyer and seller there. Everyone walks away happy with the deal. Bid still at $570,000, surely bidder number 2. You can see value above that if you've taken the time to view the property. As I've said, very, very spacious. Over 100 square metres of living now for a 2-bedroom.
Troy, can we take the 575?
Sure, if that's instructions, I'll take 575 to put you back in front, number 2, if you'd like to do so.
575.
Just confirm it, thank you. 575,000. Do appreciate your patience. Gives us something to work north on as well. Perhaps have a think about the next strategy if there is another bid. At 575,000. We're moving along inch by inch, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, if it takes us the rest of the afternoon to do this, we will. A couple of the staff are saying, no, we haven't got that long, but I would like to think that our buyer will own this property for the next 10 years, 15 years, 20 years from the 6th floor of Metropolis and watch the city grow. You'll never lose that wonderful location where you can walk to all of your major facilities. If you love to keep fit, the lap around Lake Burleigh Griffin in the morning, one of the most popular places to ride bikes, to walk, catch up with friends, to run, to keep fit. So few capital cities have such a beautiful area right on the heart of the city. You overlook the area that I am talking about when you're living at number 2 Edinburgh Avenue. At 575,000, where do we go from here? Not the fastest auction we've had recently, but great to see 2 registered buyers obviously dueling it out now and trying to pick up this home for fantastic value. Our owner, of course, tuned in as well, and our agents doing their best to meet the agreement. At $575,000 is the deal. Sebastian, where do we go?
Yep, we're still there.
Auction's still alive, he says. There's a flurry of activity going on behind the scenes, which leaves me to fill in a little bit of time and tell you more about not only this beautiful property, but the Canberra market in general, which in the last 3 months has proven its resilience. And certainly a good number of buyers who are still looking to buy, and many of those buyers saying, he's working on it, as Sebastian says, many of those buyers just saying there's a shortage of good stock out there at the moment. And of course, the good homes that are on the market are attracting good interest. Our buyer numbers have doubled in the last 2 weeks. Great to see more and more people look at take advantage of the low interest rates, take advantage of the shortage of stock at the moment, and hopefully get into something before that springtime arrives when there could be a flurry of activity, who knows. This auction's still alive though, ladies and gentlemen, at 4902 Edinburgh Avenue. We're at a very modest 575,000. And a few of you who've seen the home, perhaps just not quite ready to bid, are probably sitting at home thinking, wow, I should have registered myself. If you're not ready, of course, you can still play a part immediately after the auction. If it's not sold, our listing agents would love to hear from you and hear about your interest. At this time though, we are continuing with our unconditional offers at $575,000 is where we're at. And for the 5th minute, the agents have asked for 1 minute. I guess that's how the bidding works really, isn't it? Just one at a time. As long as we keep heading in the right direction, we'll get this one sold at $575,000 only. Beautiful natural light that comes into this property, and if you haven't been through the property yourself, you can log on to zango.com and see not only this home but all of the Ray White listings on that wonderful website. And you'll see from looking at the home we are selling right now, it has beautiful views and it has a wonderful natural light, so much glass to the property as well. I love how the internal living areas do flow out to that lovely balcony. As you can see in the picture behind me, it'd be a nice place to watch the sunset over the west there, perhaps with a glass of wine, or perhaps if mornings are more your thing, lovely coffee, although it was quite crisp this morning, well below zero and quite frosty. But that's Canberra for you, and it's turned out to be a beautiful day. The agents are saying, just hang on, Troy, not too quickly. I don't think anyone's going to walk away saying that, geez, the auctioneer didn't give me a fair opportunity. We're at $575,000. I'll be clear again, if the instructions are to pass in, our $575 bidder, number 2, will have first right to negotiate. They put themselves in the box position, so bidder number 1, there will not be an increase in bid there at all?
No increase at this stage, Troy.
So I believe that we will take negotiations offline, is that correct? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate your patience, and it has been a long one now with only a couple of bids. Top bid at this point, bidder number 2 at $575,000. We are going to take negotiations offline, continue those privately. As I've already said, it wouldn't be my surprise at all to see a sold sticker go up by the end of the day. Number 2 has the exclusive rights to that negotiation. If you are keen on the property and are keen to know what happens at the end of it, please make a note of the agent's phone number there on the website. Give them a call. If for any reason it's not sold, there'll be opportunities to buy this after. At $575,000, ladies and gentlemen, we are passing the home into private negotiations. I thank you so much for tuning in and look forward to seeing you at the next Ray White Canberra auction. Good day.